Hey up, I'm Fu and welcome back to another episode of RimWorld. I know we haven't had such a great time in the last few episodes with these darn bugs, but we're on the mend and that's a little bit of flickering. What's going on there with I'm guessing that is some bug slime of sorts? I don't know. Yes, so we haven't had such a good time. I am just going to go whole hog and just get someone in there and start throwing the Molotov cocktails as many as possible. The sooner we take down the hives, the better it will be. So my goal will be to see if we can get the back one, because that's the longest one, the hive that's been the longest around. We get that one, and then the other two are much more accessible, especially this one, considering how close it is to the door. So with that, let's get started, shall we? Speed things up. Oh, so next thing we want to work on is butchering, hunting, and getting food, because we sort of had it started and then sort of didn't. So we'll go back to the workflow. Now, oaks we're going to put on to hunting. A bit of passion already, but we'll have to give them a different weapon because from memory I think they had the sniper rifle. They do. So we'll give them the charge rifle, which is sitting in the middle of the field. Because it's reserved by Bertha. Sorry Bertha, 1 second. Oaks. We want you to equip the charge rifle, and then you can come down here Bertha, and we'll get you to haul in the sniper rifle left by Oaks. There we go. Or build the roof area, that's another possibility. Oh, well, that's not the end of it. Now you're going to hunt some turkeys. Excellent. We need the food. So that's that bit done. Let's see what other animals we can hunt. All those cassowary, please, hunt them. And the cool thing about it is they will do the hauling after. So that's step one. That will give us... Oh, what are you doing, Bertha? That's a really bad idea. Actually, that's puzzling me. Why did you walk over there? You're restricted, yes. Area 2. In terms of paths, yes, that was odd, Bertha. I have to keep an eye on you. We don't want you to do that. Yeah, so we're going to get you to, how about this? Outside allowed area, which means you won't work on the blueprint. I was hoping we could just patch this wall up so people don't decide, hey, this would be a great path to walk through. So with that, let's place a wall down, probably of marble, because yeah, it's all the blocks we have these days, and include it in the actual zoning rules. So, whoops, wrong tab. Expand allowed areas, area 2, and we'll just include the bottom half of the wall, which should be, oops, maybe also this area. That should do the trick. So Bertha, can you work on the wall, please? Yeah, the bugs will leave you alone because you'll be out of range by that time. Hopefully. Okay, that bug's just wandering around. Okay, so that's part one. So Bertha is doing some construction. Oaks is doing some hunting. Ayres, I'm going to push up to a 1 on cooking, just so you get food made. What else? Fu, I think, might bump up repair, just so things aren't damaged anymore. Then we'll just modify things. Actually, no wait, drop that back down. So I just realised we've got hauling and cleaning, so Fish should be doing a lot of that, and that's, yeah, everyone's got jobs again. Okay, let's speed things up and see what happens. Just keep an eye on people to make sure they aren't walking anywhere stupid. Okay, you placing blocks there, excellent. So hopefully no one should walk around this way. We should be safer now because of that. What else? Tailored apparel, well, we can't do too much about that right now. We will have to, of course, finish these blocks up top. Bertha, what are you doing? You're cleaning some blood? That is fair. This area has not been cleaned for quite a while, but I would love it if you could finish these walls. It stops anyone from walking through. Unfortunately, the bugs might decide, hey, this would be a great time to start mining through these walls over here. Luckily enough, I think they're not going to because they have this area here to mine out. Hopefully. That's really what I'm hoping for. But no. The other thing as well, I wonder... Yeah, because at the moment we've put our animals on the side just because it's safer for them. I'm just thinking maybe we could get them back in here, or even... I was thinking maybe the home zone would be a good their pasture, but maybe if we adjust the pasture so it's a little bit further away from these bugs, yeah, that would work out. So with that, animal area 2, yeah, that's a pretty wide area. So if we just move probably this half, and they should be fine. Should. Going to say that very tentatively. Include the internal area just in case we ever get any of the hay grass actually stored undercover again. So something like that, and then along this backside here. Hopefully that's enough to keep these bugs away. Yep, there you go. So we'll unrestrict the animals and place them there again. So that these animals... Oops, what's happening? Mental Berserk, Animal Area 2. Who is it? Ez. You ate a corpse. That's why I wanted you to do some cooking, mate. You equipped Molotov cocktails. Well, as long as you don't really attack anyone. Bertha, I think, isn't coming too close. But you're cowering, which means you changed your priorities. Ez, you know, no. We don't want you to attack a Mega Spider. Can we get over there in time? Can we... Oh, you can't. Of course, Bertha can't violence, so that was a bit of bad timing. I was really hoping Ez would be able to... Bertha would be able to encourage Ez to attack her, but no, that didn't happen, so run away now. Actually, stand near the door. That might actually turn out not too bad, because now there's fire. Hopefully this hive might get set alight. We will, of course, grab Ez in just a second, when the bugs sort of disappear a little bit. Okay, Bertha, come a little bit closer. Unforbid the doors, so you can walk through, and rescue Ez. Back through again, quick, back through. And forbid those doors again. There we go, that wasn't too bad. Could have been better, we could have waited, but there are no new cuts, which is a big thing. And yeah, these bugs should leave us alone, and these doors are nice and heavy. Yep, that should... Awesome, it worked out. Wait, don't touch the auto door. No touching the auto door. Food, can you get over here? That is forbidden. Because I don't want them to walk through it, which is the reason why it's forbidden, but they can't repair it, because it's forbidden. Somewhat frustrating. Okay, the bugs left it alone. A few things are burning. We may still have a chance yet of the hives, without our intervention here, actually becoming alight. I wonder. I'll keep an eye on it and see what happens. My hope is it does spread to the hives nearby. Okay, Bertha, you can't nurse, so I'll let you be, and yeah, we'll get someone on to patching you up, which is happening now. Awesome. So, Ez, sorry that you took a few hits. It is your fault that you went berserk. I understand that you've been eating corpses, but that is no excuse. And we might actually lose that personal shield. It's probably not worth much anymore. Oaks, can we get you to just haul it inside? Yeah, that one. Just trying to remember which menu it is. What's going on? There we go, that's what I was waiting for. Ooh, and the doors, which have survived, all the bugs and everything are now on fire, amusingly. So the hive, 99%, yeah, that will continue to burn. And what about this hive? Still not alight, but this fire is probably will spread to it eventually. And that's actually kind of odd. The fire's... okay. So the fire did spread onto the tiles next to the bugs, and the bugs now have caught alight. I don't think it's going to spread through them enough to get to this back hive. But there, once that's done, the bugs can actually wander out of the base, and we might be able to reclaim everything back, despite all the amount of lost materials and time that these bugs have caused us. Oh, that's a good step. What's the time? It's the first hour of the morning, yeah. These bugs... hello. I've never seen that before. Guess that is collapsed rocks. Yeah. A collapsed roof, because it was too far from support, the things that were crushed, a Mega Spider and Mega Scarable. Whose fault is that? Not mine this time. Good. But I haven't seen this before, so it does mean we'll have to reinforce? Place some walls up so this doesn't happen again. Yeah, this isn't too bad. We just need to get to the ones at the very back. But I do think it reproduces in a day in 7 hours. We may not be able to get to it before it reproduces in time. If someone had a good solid arm and we could set it on fire, I wouldn't mind right now. Okay, well, let's just spot and see how everyone is. Let's spot and see how everyone else is doing. I have no idea what I was going to say though. Okay, well, Fu is actually patching up airs, and Bertha's already been patched up, awesome. So we shouldn't be looking at any infections there. But probably in the next morning we'll have to get around to... yeah, so we'll lose that insect jelly. Get around to dealing with the last hive. Only one more to go. And we're free of these bugs. Oh, Fu, what are you doing? No. Is that within home zone? It probably is because of building rules. Yep. Okay, try this again. Unrestrict it just so you don't walk through, because that would be a really bad thing right now. We've made it this far and we've kept Fu alive for this long. I don't intend to stop that now. Anything else? Yeah, got a whole area to deal with. It's a big zone. Very big zone. I'm surprised I didn't unflag that before. Okay, Foo, try it again. Yep, you're going to run backwards. Awesome. Oh, but you're fleeing this time. Hopefully something is in the zone. Well, however it happens, but let's get you to not cook. Try it again, Foo, and we'll get you to cook. Because you're still up and about and other people are sort of in bed. Relaxing? Well, not really relaxing. Mega Spider. Thing is, I don't really want to be eating Mega Spider because I know that has bad moodlets attached to eating bugs. I don't understand why. There have been plenty of countries in the world that eat bugs. Well, I'm not sure if it's a delicacy, but they eat bugs. Anyhow, so they shouldn't be complaining. So what we're going to do, since we know they will complain, is let's go under. It is a corpse. It's an animal corpse, and we just need to check for the bugs. Hopefully they aren't split into several different categories. Megatherium corpse. Okay, it looks like it might be. I'll just keep an eye on it, and I think that's enough to get rid of. That's a Mega Spider. What did I just? I just did Megatherium, didn't I? Oops, wrong one. Mega Spider, please. Right. Where is it in the list? I'll find it. Insect corpses. Oh, they've actually got a menu for it now. That made my life a lot easier. So yeah, that bug will get hauled out into the garbage, and then Foo can do some other work. So Foo, we'll try this again. Recruit. And yep, you got some other work. Mega Spider. We did just unflag that though. Butcher creature details. Oh no, that was forbidden from the zone, not from butchering. Whoops. Try it again. Animal corpses, insect corpses. No, thank you. And then Foo. Recruit, unrecruit. There we go. We actually able to do some proper work. So. Oh. That's interesting. A cobra walked in. If we're lucky, we might get a few more collapses. I don't think we're getting a collapse around here unless they decide to finish mining this wall out. But they are consistently mining through our defences. So roof collapse and cargo pods. What have we got? We have a lot of kibble. Well, I can't say no to kibble. Do we have the time? Oh, I'll leave it unflagged and we'll see how it goes. Just keep an eye on everyone and make sure that they aren't doing anything too stupid like that. I wonder, can we see roofing? Density of roofing, overhead mountain, building rubble. Yeah, so through this area is all overhead mountain, and it still is overhead mountain despite having collapsed rocks, which they are mining out, which is a bad idea. Well, I can't really tell them it's a bad idea. It's a good idea because it helps us get rid of the bugs faster. Foo, what are you doing? Cleaning sandbags? No, you're not. Can you just finish the wall here? And then finish the wall actually up top? Because I just realised that's not done yet. Yeah, get that one done, that one, and that one. And then we're set. Hopefully. Come on, Foo. I know I probably should just change your work schedule, your workflow, and this will be done a lot easier. But I'm just going to micromanage you just for the time being. Yep, one more wall. You can get it done. Looks like we've got a few unroofed areas as well, somewhere in this zone. Luckily, there's a tool for that. Whoops, not that one. It's this one. There we go. So there's one hole, and then we can completely roof this in. Not that we need to keep it cool or anything. It's just, I guess, nice to have a fully enclosed room. And yeah, build the roof area. Done. Fully enclosed. Too easy, and that's the wrong one again. So what are the bugs trying to do now? Okay, you're mining away at the jade. I don't mind that. It saves us from having to mine it out. I wonder if that increases, though, the wealth of the colony. So the wealth of the colony in items, it doesn't seem to be substantially increasing. So I'll make the assumption that if you haven't hauled it into a stockpile, it doesn't count as wealth. It's not a bad assumption, I think. I'll have to see how it goes. So how is everyone going as well? So in terms of our needs, rotting corpses, yeah, I get that. But no, let's just go through everyone. 8 raw food, corpses again. So you're about to break, Oaks. Can we do something after you finish hauling in the cassowary? Yep. What are you going to do? You're going to hunt more cassowary. Can we just get you to have some forced fun time? Okay, it doesn't seem like it. How about this? Restrictions? No, not restrictions. Yes. Yes, restrictions. Because what we want to do is put the sleep schedules back in. Because we don't need them to be working 24/7. And also a line of joy. Probably should be 2 lines of joy when I think about it. So Oaks, the time is 1900 when it comes to our restriction. We're actually going to place you on fun time now. Oops. And I accidentally told Bertha to do some more things, but no. Oaks should actually still go and hunt. Okay, try it one more. Oaks, we want you to rest or have some fun time, please. And we're doing this to Oaks, aren't I? No, I'm not. I'm doing this to Airs. That's why it's not working. And there we go. Oaks, on recruit, viewing art. Awesome. Exactly what we want. So just in another hour, we'll flip things around. Just, well, that didn't help. Yeah, I'll let you be then. But we'll just unmark these and we'll leave this to 1 hour. Cassowary self-tamed. Right, I don't need a cassowary that self-tames. Not really useful, and we certainly don't want to be giving it the food. Selling it I don't think is going to be any good to us as well. Another thing, how's the rain going? Yeah, so this area is still undercover, so we can set it on fire, which is what I want to do. So with that, what are you doing? Airs? Fair enough, how's your health going? You got a peg leg, which means you move slower. Rather we grab friendlies, right. Do we need friendlies right now? I don't think we do. I was going to get that Molotov cocktail in, and that would be the last I've dealt with. Oaks, whereabouts are you anyhow? Okay, you're bringing in another body. Can't complain about that. And that cassowary is our cassowary. Yes. Actually, another thing, I just realised, eggs. We can actually get another type of food from it, which I guess can help further the idea of Millie Ways being the restaurant at the end of the universe, or restaurant on a RimWorld. Because we do need different types of food. That's where you're going. Okay, you're sleeping there. That's fine. I don't have an issue with that. You're going to go and rest. Your needs are fine, so what we're going to do is get you to equip the Molotov cocktails and see if we can quickly, very quickly, get in, oops, and deal with the bugs once and for all. So unforbid this way, and we'll get you to walk right, oops, Oaks. Is he recruited? No, you're not. Try it again. Just come onto the edge and we'll slow things down. Okay, let's see if we can pull this off. So we're just going to come into the doorway and then get you to hit the hive. Gotta hit the hive. Okay, the bug isn't on fire yet. That's a big thing, because that's when they'll start to wake up. Hive's on fire. Unforbid these items and get you to haul the Molotov cocktails in. Forbid the doors and we're done. That is the bugs dealt with finally. So they will continue to burn, and this hive will continue to burn. The friendlies will actually help us out by just helping disperse the bugs out a little bit, and we're safe for the time being. So whereabouts are the friendlies? Okay, so the friendlies are down here. They're a little far away, but nothing too much to worry about. Wow, these bugs are going psycho when it comes to what it could attack, and you're attacking Amy. No, don't do that. It's pregnant as well, and that'd be another Megatherium that we could actually have around or sell. Probably sell at this point in time. And yet you're running away, but the last hive is on fire, which is really good. Yep, but the friendlies are actually going to come and help. Are you going to do some work? Okay, you're taking cover. You can fire. I'm not going to worry my colonists about this. They deserve some sleep for once. Oops, but you're shooting each other in the back, which should be kind of typical, and one of them is already dead. Well, I'm going to unforbid the items. It'll be useful to have around. Actually, don't trip them now. And what are you doing? Punching things, and you're fleeing. Unforbid those items, and wow, actually all of them died. There we go, unforbid them all, and we should be better for the better. Hopefully Oaks, yeah, because Oaks is the person who's unrestricted currently, doesn't come around and start doing hauling. Actually, I could check, can't I? Oaks, you have been unrestricted, so we're gonna turn the cleaning and hauling down to a 0, just so you don't do any hauling. You might still grab a few items when you're doing some construction, but we should be able to see that happen. Double check restrictions. Yep, so the restrictions are also fine. Phew. We're looking good so far. But we'll of course get Oaks back on to using a proper charge rifle instead of hunting with Molotov cocktails. I think that's a bad idea. Really bad idea. So how's Amy going as well? How badly did you get injured? Oops. Select Amy, please. Health, middle stage, blood loss, and 2 cuts. Not great, but not bad either. So, Amy, we're going to restrict you back into our internal zone, and someone should get around to patching you up during the daytime. There we go. The last hive is on its way out. 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9%, 8%, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gone. That's it. That's all the hives. There are no more hives on this map, or at least none that's close by. So hopefully they will wander away and feed on dead bodies, and we can reclaim this area. Hopefully. That's what I'd like to do. But they still intend to mine, and we just got some cargo pods. I just noticed them coming on the top of the screen there. So a cluster of cargo pods. Jump to location, and what do we have? We have wort. What's wort? Wort is beer before fermentation. Substance needs to ferment in a fermenting barrel before it becomes drinkable beer. Yeah, I'll amphibia those items. So I'm over on this side now. Okay. Who is available for hauling? So, Foo. Foo, that's also internal. Just wondering how we're going to deal with hauling items in. Because if I unrestrict, Foo's just going to end up walking here and I'm going to lose her. So maybe area 1, and I'll do something a little bit stupid and, oops, animal. Area 1, just so we can get these items hauled in, if I can spot where they are. It's down a little bit, yeah, here it is. Now Foo should be able to walk between the 2 zones, of course taking the shortest distance between them, which will be fine for us, and yeah, here is the other was at Kibble. That was around the place. Hopefully it isn't too damaged. No, it's not. Now, Foo, of course, is relatively high up when it comes to hauling. Yeah, so you're going to do the hauling first, which is fine. So, Foo, you are feeding simple meal. Yep, can't complain. Has Amy been patched up yet? She has. Awesome. And eventually, what are you doing as? Cooking simple meal. Yep, that's fine. Actually, you're researching. I was not expecting that. Also, fire foam. Yeah, we had that set up from the last episode. As much as I'd love you to do research, what are you doing now? Consuming simple meal, recruit. Okay, maybe you'll change. It's probably what you're doing just beforehand. Yeah, and you're going back to researching. No, cleaning dirt. Double check your restrictions. Yeah. How about if I unrestrict? Does that help? Just have to keep an eye on Foo. You're stripping human corpse. No, we don't need you to do that. Cancel. No. Try it again, Foo. You're hauling the body to the stockpile. Which body where? And no, because now the bugs are all over the place. That's not happening. Nope. Okay, sorry, Foo. We're going to restrict you back to area 1 and just force you to do some hauling. So, where is it? I'd rather get the kibble inside because we can feed it to the animals. Oh, wait. I was just thinking, we have dogs. We don't actually have any dogs anymore. We have a cassowary, who we can probably slaughter. And then just the rest of them megatheriums, because we lost all the dogs. In part due to carelessness and I think even infections, but no. So, Foo, I know you're doing that. No place to store it. Is that the same with the kibble? So that's wart at the bottom there. The kibble, where is it? Lost it again. Yeah, over here. Can you haul it? No empty place to store it. Right. Well, that explains why you aren't hauling it. So kibble, I think, just needs to be undercover, so we can do that pretty easily. I do wish I could search under these menus. Oops, what am I saying? It's right in front of me. There we go. We've got a place for kibble now. And then for wart, I think we can just put it in this room. So, let's see. What does that come under? Raw resources? No, it's not raw resources, it's manufactured. Yep, there we go, wart. Try it again, Foo. Can you haul in the wart, please? Which is, down here. Haul the wart in? You can, excellent. Hopefully the bugs don't get too close and we don't have to worry about them. By the looks of things, we should be fine. And yeah, the megatheriums will actually deal with any of the other bugs if they decide to attack us. Or attack themselves, or attack... if the bugs attack the megatheriums, because we've seen how well that goes. And what was that about? No, our turrets are still on. Oh, well, we've got enough power for it. I'll just leave it on. It's not the end of the world. Yeah, because we need to get the batteries up. There's a lot of work still needed to be done. Yeah, a few gunshot, bit of blood loss. Yeah, excellent. Well, yeah, it is excellent. Yeah, because we want them gone. We have no wish for them to be around the place anymore. But I think it is time, of course, to get the batteries up. So we're going to place 3 batteries down. We don't have the components for it. Cancel it, because each one requires 2 components. Let's build 1. I think we can build 1 extra battery. And also it seems like, yeah, so there's a lot of cabling to still be done. I think, let's build the cable over the doorway. That gets us to the batteries. So any cables we're missing? We are missing still a few. So 1 there, I guess. We were planning to move the cable from outside because we don't need to see it there. And so a few bugs are still within our zone. We'll get rid of them eventually, promise. But yeah, it would have been simple if we just got the Molotov cocktails in there as fast as possible. But yeah, I don't think there's anything else we'll do, so we're going to wait until the night's through and see what happens in the morning. Okay, well, morning's come and people have just started to get up. Oaks was a bit of an early riser though, and it has been doing a little bit of work. What are you doing? You're hunting cassowary. Well, that's fine. And yeah, it was already being scared away by the bugs, which is gonna be a little bit frustrating, but it's not the end of the world. We'll just have to learn how to deal with that. And what's going on again? That's still the bug coming down. Might as well leave the turrets on. We've got the power for it. Yeah, and you're coming down. Awesome. Exactly what we want to see. Now, going to check the workflow again. Now we have set hunting to be relatively high for oaks. Now how's growing going? I think that growing was also to do with oaks, so we're going to put that down to a 2 and growing for oaks up to a 1. You are our best grower. 7. Oh, what's going on? Solar flare. Darn it. You know, there's me hoping, hey, we can use turrets for any bugs that decide to wander in, but no, we can't. Oh well. Yeah, so we'll get oaks to get the planning done, which we should have tried to have gotten done a lot earlier, but yeah, I guess we can't win everything. Okay, so one of the next things we can do is actually finish patching up the rest of the wall. Now, I know it is a bit of a hodgepodge, is that a word? Bit of a mixture of wall types, and it's going to stay that way for a little while longer until we can, well, I guess reclaim this area and stop worrying about most of the bugs. So what we're going to do is patch that wall over here. I know this area is wooden, but we're going to place it with marble, and the moisture pump down here is working, has done its job, and so is this one. No, it hasn't. It's got 1 more block to go, which needs power, which is to do with the solar flare. Okay, I think we're fine for the time being. Yeah, Ayers can go ahead and do the repairing, because that needs to be done. Stops the bugs from breaking through the wall a lot faster. And yeah, oaks planting. Excellent, everything is working out this time. Bit more of a relaxing episode than it has been. So how's the food going as well? We have no new meals, but of course we have a little bit of water in our freezer now. Don't know if that was a great idea, but the bee will be useful to have sometime or another. Yep, there we go, the solar flare has ended. So, the moisture pump expands in another 3 days. It's a bit of a while. Ooh, what's this? A military commissioner named Mark Lumpy Hayes calls you from nearby. He's being chased by pirates on Krebs Creek. Begs for safety, 41 years old. Lumpy has a relationship with colonist Oaks' ex-lover. Ooh. Imagine the stories that Lumpy could tell. Well, we know for a fact that given that he's an ex-lover, Oaks will hate him, and that doesn't help when it comes to internal relations within our colony. Also, the fact is that we've got pirates, and the pirates will be on the tail, and I'm not too keen on having another raid. I'd like to avoid it if we could, or if we can. But having another helping hand's always nice, and considering the number of people we lost, it wouldn't hurt. Okay, maybe for the time being, I think we're going to ignore the message. Maybe for the next time someone comes past. But because they are an ex-lover, that was sort of the major thing. And the collar was broken. No. What's the temperature going? It is already 0 degrees. That went fast. Oaks, what are you doing? You're going to go and rest. Bertha, airs, okay. We'll get Bertha to fix it up. Luckily, we have the components. How many did that use? Okay, that used one component to fix up a broken collar. It's not too bad, and yep, there you go. She'll be able to keep things frozen again. Frozen, won't spoil, awesome. Now, I wonder where the kibble is. I don't know if it was hauled in by Fu. I would have liked it to have been. Probably not by the looks of things. Well, oh well. It's not the end of the world. I think we'll end up hunting the cassowary at one point or another. Maybe if we can get a few eggs from it, that wouldn't be too bad. Oh, what am I saying? I still got missing walls. I'm like, I thought I'd patch up all the walls, but no, I haven't. I'm missing one spot. Go on, you're meant to be using the doors, not walking through broken parts of a building. Okay, let's double check. Does everyone have rooms? So Ayers has a room, Oaks has a room, and Bertha has a room. They're all clean and they're all fully functional as well. Oh, that's good to see. We don't have to worry too much about that now. Well, I guess we'll wait for maybe one extra night and then see what comes of us in the morning. Now, interestingly enough, we just got a pirate merchant from Villagers of the Hill, which is really good to see. Also, wait for these guys to get a little bit closer before we have a chat with them. Now, I'm wondering why things have just become a lot slower. I probably suspect that maybe these bugs were interested in our pirate merchants for a second or two. But no, I think we're fine. So, I actually don't know who our best speecher. Socialite? Yeah, I guess it's socialite. Or it's our strongest social skill is. So we've got a 6 from Fu. Bertha, of course, can't do it. Ayers can't do it. And Oaks can't do it. Well, okay, let's sorted that out. Fu, you are the best talker in this colony. And I'm not trying to inflate my ego at all there. So where is the talker? Can't spot the person with the thing above their head. I hope they haven't died or something. Well, they are certainly hunting these guys down. It's useful for us. But no, I can't actually see who the person is. Oh, no, that's Rubble. Oh, here we are. It was Sir after all, but they were fighting. Explains why I couldn't spot who it was. So yeah, we'll get food down here and we'll see what we can do. Okay, I don't like the sound of that. I hear it did it, like someone just died, and the game's frozen. Because of the menu. Some items can't be traded because of enemies. Huh, I'm not surprised that feature is in a game though. Okay, one thing we'll do is I saw the cassowary. We don't need it around, and I think the cash would be useful for us right now. Yeah, and we do have access to all our coin as well. Interestingly enough, Luciferium isn't on this list because it was in the den of all the bugs. Oh, so I'm going to be back in a second and I'm going to just work out what items to sell. Now, here's something to consider. What I've done is, like normal, going to sell a lot of the clothing. Mainly because it's poor quality and Colonist goes ahead and wears it. Well, if they're wearing a 2% awful quality clothing, I know I've made a major mistake along the way. I know I'm making a mistake leaving them with bad clothing, but for the time being, it's how it's going to work. But these are pirate traders, and they do have people on them. So we have Bendico? An actor, human and female. So what is their characteristics like? Animals, medicine, and artistic. You're a nudist, hard worker, and too smart. Incapable of dumb labour. That's a bit of a, yeah. Having people, everyone being able to haul is really useful, I find. How about Snake the Digger? You're 51 years old, health, you have a gunshot pistol which is still bleeding, and your character is, wow. You're a prosperophile? Okay. Prosperophobe, sorry. Careful shooter, yep, and psychically dull. You're capable of everything though. Mining isn't really a big thing on this map. Okay, well I'll let that be, and the last person is Loner, the human. So Loner, what are your capabilities? Oh, wow. Very passionate when it comes to shooting. Melee, you're also really good, and you got passion for pretty much everything. This game I feel like the game is like trying to be really nice to me right now, considering what has happened in the past 2 episodes. Pessimist, Nudist, and Green Thumb. Incapable of social. What are the prices on these people? Surprisingly, Snake the Digger is cheaper than Loner, and I personally think that Loner might be... Digger is better than Loner, based on just the characteristics alone, because there's more higher passions, because you've only got 2 higher passions and passion for a lot of things. And I don't think age really plays too much of a part either. And then there's Benko the actor. Benko. Dumb Labour, you're probably... Artistic is something I always want to build more statues around, but no, so it won't be you. So it'll be either Loner or Digger. Still tossing up between the 2. You've still got a gunshot wound, and what about you? No injuries, you are 49. Shootings, knives. Herder in the childhood, and a Loner. Visit tribal from time to time. I'm sorry if I'm not reading some of this out, I'm just thinking. It's very important that I make the right decision. So yeah, what I think I will be doing is growing and mining skills are nice, but I think, because growing with 11, growing would be really useful right now to keep our fields continuously going, and also shooting. So we're going to get Loner. I think it's the best thing we can do. So we're going to buy Loner, and that is a lot of our money, unfortunately. It is tempting to sell one of the Megatheriums off, because they are, about $60? Very similar price to, where is it? Some of our weapons as well. Like pump shotgun, normal quality, 93% is $82.16. Yeah, well, that's how we're going to do. So we're going to do that. And now we have... Lurcher? Lurcher. And we have Lurcher. Lurcher has joined our group. Of course, we'll have to give them restrictions. And also reset the sleeping and joy times. And everyone can be restricted to area 2, because I think that's going to be the safest thing right now. So, I think this is a good point to leave it for this episode. If you have anything to say, feel free to leave it in the comments below. Now, as I've said in the past, and will say in the future, I'll see you around sometime.